Talkin' Sex Live is recorded for a live audience. This show is for mature listeners, and all advice is for entertainment purposes only. This is Talkin' Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet, and we're not any type of formal educators. We're just a couple who like to bone a lot.
A lot. Lots and lots.
Lots and lots of sex. I wish we were having sex right now, but instead we want to share our knowledge with you about how to have sex and to talk about it here on Talking Sex Live. So we are joined by our awesome producer and our good friend, Wells Starnaghi. How are you doing tonight, Wells?
I'm very well. How are you, Chet and Diane?
Super fantastic. One of these days, I want you to be like, I fucking hate my life and I don't want to be here right now. Because every day you're like, I am well.
Well, sometimes I feel that way, but we're on a podcast and on television.
That's
so
right.
I can't really let people know that.
Yeah. We're also joined by our gay relationship health expert, Dick Colby. How you doing today, Dick?
I've had better days.
Well, what's going on here?
No, that job at McDonald's that I was applying for, I didn't get it.
Oh, what the? You seem super qualified, so what happened?
I think I'm too qualified. I mean, maybe I'm just pumping myself up. I just think I aced the interview and they didn't give it to me. So I'm doing some IT consulting to pay the bills while I wait for my cashier job opportunity.
What?
Yeah, and so anyway, after this, sorry for how I'm dressed. I'm just going out with the guys from college and going to go drinking.
Got it. You got like a Peanuts theme going on there.
This is a rugby shirt.
Oh, now you're going to play some rugby. Never mind.
I don't want to dress up. I mean, it's college kids, right?
So we haven't discussed about the things that we've been doing in the last year and a half. We have been pitching our TV show, Sex Positive with Chet and Diane, which will air on November 20th, 2024 on YouTube on the Throwdown Comedy Channel. But we've been traveling a little bit. We went to Pismo Beach, we went to Tahoe, we went to Arizona, and coincidentally, it was always some type of adult nudist resort there, or a beach. So there's Tahoe had the nude beach, which we talked about in the past. We found a new nude beach. It's called Pirates Cove in Pismo Beach, and we decided to go there. It was Diane's birthday, and she's like, let's go to a nude beach. So we went down to Pirate Cove. We had to hike a little bit, and we parked camp there. What was your experience there, Diane?
There was some people that were kind of trying to take pictures, so it wasn't the safest for going nude, I would say, as a woman. Really
a sex-positive place. There's a lot of dudes in full clothes. Yeah.
There's a few women that were like, oh, this guy should not be on the beach because his dick is so small. I'm like, well, that's kind of not
a lot of body shaming there.
Being at a nude beach.
There was a lot of dudes just walking back and forth, both clothed and unclothed. We saw a monster penis, like a huge cock.
Wait, who had the small penis? Did you say that Chet had the small penis?
I didn't have a small penis.
No, who did you say? You said someone had a small penis didn't belong there.
No.
I meant to say that there were these two girls right next to us.
They were a little drunk.
Yes, they were drunk, they were topless, and they were commenting on other men's penises. One guy was walking around, he had not such a big penis, and they were like, he should not be flaunting it if he doesn't have a big one.
Yeah, they were saying, if you're not a shower, you shouldn't be flaunting it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's, how old? These were like college girls?
Yeah,
because
they're dumb because you if it's not big, you can't flaunt it. Their statement doesn't make any sense.
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's near Cal Poly SLO, San Luis Obispo up there. It's that Pirate Cove beach up there. But it was not a safe space, I don't feel.
Not the safest beach I've been to.
Yeah, so it wasn't really our cup of tea. I mean, we did enjoy ourselves somewhat. Also, there was it's close quarters. There was a guy who was like sunning his taint, and he was kind of like, it was like right in my face. He was like doing this. I was just like probably 10 feet away. He was just going like that, and I was like, all right, cool.
That's very specific.
Yeah. Do you know
that's a trend, yeah.
Sunning, you get sun on your taint and you get the vitamin D from your taint.
The perineum.
Wait, what's the trend?
What Chet just described.
Like people just sunning their taint is a trend?
That's literally it.
Yeah,
You got it.
You're supposed to be very absorbent because it never sees the light of day. And so when you put your taint up to the sun, it just absorbs all the vitamin D and it's supposed to give you all this energy and stuff.
And then why not the butthole, I would think.
I think that's part of it.
I think you
Yeah.
just described your taint like Captain Planet.
yeah. Do you ever pee outside and when it's sunny out? And man, I just feel like the sun hitting my penis, it just will you can instantly feel the sun. It's very odd. Like, because you go outside and your skin, it doesn't actually feel any type of UV rays because you're so used to it. But you pull your dick out and it's just like, boom, here is a bunch of vitamin D.
I can't say I've noticed that.
No?
You know, when people pull their dick out in front of me, I'm always thinking about how much vitamin D I'm about to get.
Well, it's all the rage. In the Manosphere podcasts, they're all sunning their taints, absorbing all that vitamin D.
I would be scared you would get some type of sunburnt on it since it's such virgin skin. Like it would just instantly turn red and start to peel. I can't
How
imagine.
long is your dick out that it's going to do that? Suntan lotion?
Well, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who's going to be the head of Health and Human Services, recommends that if you're sunning your taint, you should put suntan lotion of SPF 70 on it, at least.
Wow. I heard it SPF over 50 doesn't really matter.
It's your penis.
It's your penis. Anyways, let's move on to our segment for tonight, our bit. It's called Screw This, Not That. It's been a while since we've done this segment. This is where I'm going to go ahead and pull up two characters, things, objects, people, compare them against each other, and we have to figure out which one we want to screw. Screw this, not that. First person up is Lee Zeldin. He's the newly appointed EPA director. Or we got Zelda of Hyrule, the Princess of Hyrule. Which one would you want to screw? Screw this, not that. Lee Zeldin or Zelda of Hyrule?
It's obviously Zelda.
Zelda?
Yeah. I mean, if it was like Zelda versus Zelda Fitzgerald
Zelda.
in the 1920s, that would be one. But
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
didn't think
any of
there's
us
any
want
comparison.
to have sex with Lee Zeldin, who's going to pollute our skies.
I think if someone's going to screw us, we should screw them.
So would you rather have sex with Lee Zeldin?
Yeah,
Yeah? Well,
Yeah.
he's a man. It makes sense.
it does. It's not a cartoon character woman. Plus, we could both win. It's Lee Zelda.
What is her age, anyways? Is she an elf? Is she like hundreds of years old, or is she a teenager?
As long as she's legal, that's fine.
Like, I always thought her and Link, like the older Link, not the
Yeah.
smaller one,
definitely.
were like young adults.
Got it.
Like 18, 20.
Yeah.
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 Well, she has to be like 4 foot tall, though, right? And she seems really all of the Hyrulean.
Why does she have to be 4 feet?
I don't know. All of them are super short,
Well,
right?
Link's pretty short, but I think she's taller than Link, isn't she?
I don't know, but I
I
think
should know this. I played the video.
This feels similar to the great Star Wars debate.
I guess our consensus is that we would rather have sex with Zelda as long as she is consenting, and not Lee Zeldin, because that guy's a huge cute creep. Except for Dick's the odd man out.
Well, that's all right.
He wants to have sex with a man and not a cartoon elf character.
Moving on.
Got
Yeah, it can be hate sex.
it. Hey, is that a thing that you like to have?
When you hate someone but they're really hot.
And you have sex with them anyways?
No.
Oh. I don't know if I've ever had hate sex, but all right, moving on. Next up, we have Warren Buffett, or the New World Buffet Asian food restaurant located at 1419 East Gage Avenue in Los Angeles, home of the $4.99 buffet to go.
$4.99 buffet to go?
Yeah, $4.99.
Oh, that is definitely a buffet to go,
Yeah.
because you are going to go and go and go.
So buffet to go at the New
man.
World Buffet, or Warren Buffett.
If it were a more expensive buffet, like if it were Old Country buffet, I'd pick that. But I'm just going to go with Old Country instead.
So wait, you're going to go with Warren Buffett? or-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he has money. Well, we can go to Old Country
Oh, yeah.
Buffet on what he has.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Look, I ate really bad Chinese buffet. It was called Super China Buffet.
Yeah,
and
not
it took
great.
over an Olive Garden, and they didn't even bother to like repaint the inside, so it still had Italian theme.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I'm not dead,
Oh man.
but it was not the place that anyone should ever eat.
Oh man.
Super China Buffet.
So I got when I got a tattoo, it was not this tattoo, but that tattoo that you can't see.
The one of Diane.
Yeah, I got a tattoo of Diane on my left shoulder there.
Oh.
I had some good Chinese food before I went and got this tattoo, and I was throwing up so bad. Like right in the middle, I was like, I had to get up, I had to throw up, and I had to come back to the chair because it was.
You didn't reschedule the tattoo?
Nope, kept going, because
That's a
you pay money.
trooper. But really, the tattoo artist is the trooper.
Yeah, because I had to throw up. He was like, man, whatever.
He's the
seen
trooper,
everything."
you're the pooper.
I am the pooper, coming out both ends there. All right.
Wait,
so-
Wells, who are you going to have sex with?
Neither.
Neither? You don't want to have sex with either a Buffet or Warren Buffett.
I mean, I would maybe lead Warren Buffett on so he paid for some things for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would pick Warren Buffett myself too.
No, of course.
I'm with Dick on that.
Because he's a billionaire.
Well, that he's really smart. I mean, he'd give us some financial tips too. I would think.
And some other kind of tips.
If you can get it up, lots of Viagra there. Yeah. Well,
Just because he's old, I mean, who says he needs Viagra?
I just assuming when you get a certain age, everybody needs Viagra.
Oh, he's
so.
pretty passionate though. I would think.
Oh, maybe he's all the money. All right. Moving on.
He's passionate because he has money?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't
That's
know
how it
about
works,
that.
right?
I love this
Passionate
word
for
salad.
money.
All right.
I need more veggies.
Next up, we got a Barf from Spaceballs. He's what is that? A moth?
A mog.
A Mog, played by the beloved John Candy, but Barf or Snarf, the whatever the fuck Snarf is from Thundercats.
Jeez.
Barf or Snarf.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Barf because of John Candy.
Yeah, that's a lovable man right there. Everybody loves John Candy. What do you think, Dick?
This time I'm going to go with the unreal fake thing.
Okay, you want to have sex with Snarf?
Yeah.
Yeah? Whatever the fuck Snarf is. He wasn't a cat. He's not a, I don't even know what the fuck, he's got a
He
beard.
has a beard, so I'm assuming he's of age.
It's like he's got a tail that's like a lizard and some weird lizard ears.
Like, I'm aside, so we'll figure out something interesting.
Snarf. Yeah. All right, what about you, Wells? What's your true
Neither.
choice? Neither? You can't go neither.
One of them is
It's-
dead, and the other one is a cartoon
William-
who looks like he's just scared of whatever's
wait.
happening here.
Wait.
Oh,
Warren
that's
Buffett?
true.
No,
Maybe I
wait.
shouldn't. He
Oh,
looks
John-
traumatized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I abstain.
Yeah, this is screw this, not that. You have to choose which one you're going to screw.
No, I don't. I don't consent
Wells
to either.
doesn't consent.
Wells is no fun. He's not playing for the rest of the round here, so.
Oh.
That's fine.
All right. Next up, we've got Mickey Rooney
Oh.
when he was alive,
Jeez.
or Kyle Mooney.
Oh.
Mickey Rooney
Neither.
or Kyle Mooney.
Neither.
You can't pick neither.
Neither.
No, I'm
gotta
sorry,
pick
but
one.
no,
Neither.
Kyle Mooney and all of his like faux 80s inspired everything he ever does drives me bonkers.
You
I don't
like
think
his
I could
comedy
screw him.
style?
Oh yeah, because everything he does is like, hey, this is kind of like an 80s after school special acting. That's the humor. Like, there's nothing there. It's vapid. I hate it. I think he would drive me nuts.
I think he's kind of funny.
So Chet would have sex with Kyle Mooney, is what he's saying.
If I had to choose one man to either penetrate me or penetrate him, it might, I don't know.
I go Mickey Rooney, just not Breakfast and Tiffany's Mickey Rooney.
Wells, are you going to abstain again? Mickey Rooney or Kyle Mooney?
I would lead Kyle Mooney on.
Yeah!
Try to
lead him on or
get
just have sex
food.
with him? Just to
Lead
get
him
food?
on.
Kyle Mooney apparently likes your response.
All right, look at that.
Yeah, he's looking
Hey,
right
look, he's there for a hug for you, man. We're going to move on. We've got, oh God, Wells, if you hate those other ones, you're going to hate this one. We got Elon Musk. Thumbs
Or-
up your SpaceX or a bottle of Jovan Musk.
that one. Definitely the cologne.
Joe Von Musk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be fun. It smells good.
Yeah, you just put it on your penis and you just start rubbing it with some Joe Von Musk. I would have sex with Joe Von Musk any day, but
We don't need to screw Elon Musk because he's screwing us. Like,
hey-o.
well, he thinks
is.
the world doesn't have enough of a population. We have a population decline, and he has like 15 children.
Yeah.
He's trying to solve the underpopulation
hate
problem
him.
personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like every version of like an evil doer from every evil movie in the 80s, like the billionaire evil doer that's going to take over the world, that tries to, but eventually gets foiled by the good guys. That's Elon Musk. That's what he looks like. That's how he runs his whole empire. It's really awful.
I don't think everything he does is necessarily evil, but I'm just afraid that we'll all get pregnant just being around him.
Because he's gonna fuck you?
Because he has so many kids.
Yes.
Clearly fertile.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has so many kids, he's run out of good names.
Yeah, doesn't he have a trans child?
Yeah, she hates him.
Not
Yeah.
according to him.
Yeah, oh, he disowned her, but she's probably getting millions of dollars
This
from
is
him.
part of when he went on his thing.
Yeah.
Well, he turned hard to his right wing.
Yep.
Can you imagine being like a woman who was impregnated by Elon Musk and then being like, hey, you got to owe child support of $3 million a month? Because, you know, that's pocket change to him.
I mean, you know what? I'd sleep with Elon Musk.
Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
Instead of Eon Musk?
I
Elon
feel like
Musk.
you just made the case for him.
Yeah.
I will sleep with him over the perfume bottle.
Okay, just so you can have a child and then have millions of dollars. I'll allow it. Moving on. All right, we got Bill Burr.
Oh,
Everybody loves Bill Burr, but is he more sexually appealing than Lur from Omicron Persei 8 from Futurama? Bill Burr or Lur?
gotta love a Bill Burr.
You like a Bill Burr?
Yeah, nice dude, funny, redhead.
All right.
I also will go with Bill Burr.
Bill Burr over somebody who will eat you if you upset him?
He'll eat us if you upset him.
Bill Burr or
Yeah.
Lur? Bill
I'm
Burr?
going to lead Bill Burr on so that he tells a lot of jokes
A lot
during
of leading
dinner.
on with
Mm.
Will.
And then walk out so he pays for it and then he puts me in his next comedy bit.
Yeah, stand up. That's good. All right, well, there you go. That is Screw This, Not That. I don't know who wins, but, you know, we're all winners when we figure out who we want to have sex with. So,
Bill Burr just won.
Yeah, he won those.
Yeah, he won comedy. Yeah,
No, he won us.
yeah.
He won me.
Well, we're going to move on to a caller now. Wells, we got somebody calling in.
Yes, we have Kevin. He and his wife have become good friends with another couple, and now his wife wants to have a foursome with them. He wants to have sex with just the male friend, but he's worried that his wife thinks it will be more of a swap situation. How does he tell his wife that he's just more interested in the man?
Kevin, you're talking sex live with Chet and Diane. So you're having problems with having a foursome, right?
Yeah, well, we haven't had it yet, so we don't have foursome problems yet. It's just we're talking. We're in the early planning stages
Got it.
now.
So how do you know this couple?
We've met them playing pickleball.
Okay.
Fastest growing sport in America.
Yeah, that's a great sport. Good activity. Anybody can play it almost.
One
So-
pickleball for another.
Yeah, one pickle. So you got to know them, and you.
Yeah,
things
great. We hit it off. They're so funny and fun. It's just that I wouldn't ever occurred to me that it would take it into the sexual arena. Well, my wife brought it up, and the more I think about it, the more I like it. I'm worried that my wife, since I'm straight and married to her and have been my whole life, that she thinks we're just going to swap, and I'm just going to have sex with the wife there. I don't want to name any names.
It's all good.
But honestly, she's not as interesting to me as the man. He's just funny, and he's so athletic, and he's a really smart, like a guy's guy. And I think I never had these feelings before. But if we were going to go for it, it's not like I don't want to have sex with the wife. She's fine. But I just worry that my wife thinks we're going to go in two separate rooms and switch up. And I don't know how to tell her that, it doesn't mean I'm gay, but in this particular situation, I'm leaning more towards the guy.
Oh, so you're thinking more of like a swingers party. So foursome usually there's like one bedroom. Everybody participates.
And we should probably do it at our place. We got the California King.
Yeah, that's what you should do. One big bed, everybody's on it, and best to set boundaries beforehand. Say
What each person is comfortable with.
whether or not you want to be penetrated by a man, or if you don't mind putting your penis into the man, or sometimes foursomes are just the two girls go at it and the guys just sit back and watch, and then they have sex with their own respective wives and they don't penetrate the other wife. Sometimes it's just a switch. Sometimes it can be both the guys and both the girls, and it can be just a free-for-all. You just got to talk about it and set your boundaries beforehand. But it seems like your problem is that
That's a lot of options.
there is a lot of options. I mean, there's 4 people. So Dick actually, he went to school for mathematics, and he knows a lot about probability. What's the probability of that? What are the different combinations with the foursome?
It's 24 different combinations of people. If it's,
Holy Jesus, in one night?
Just with 4 people.
Yeah, because you can have sex with 3 people, and then that next person can have sex with 2 people, and the next 3 people.
Factorials, right?
Yeah, it's 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
So it's 24. So you have 24 different combinations of what could happen in this night. But you got to talk about this beforehand. And what sounds like your problem is that you actually just want to have sex with the man in this the other couple, and not so much the woman. And are you trying to figure out how your wife's going to think about this?
Yeah, I guess I don't want her to think I don't like her. I don't like women. And I also don't want her to, if she's counting on this guy. I mean, you should see this guy. He's built like a Greek god.
Mm-hmm.
He moves, and he's got a smile that lights up a room.
Okay.
And, his wife is very lucky, and I'm happy to, have sex with her if that's the price of admission to the party. But I don't want my wife to feel bad, or his wife to feel bad if all the attention's going over to him.
Yeah. So have you had these feelings about any other man before? Do you think that you're somewhat bisexual at all?
Never. I mean, it's a spectrum. So
yeah,
they say.
It's a Kinsey scale.
But,
1 to 6.
I wouldn't kick, Robert Pattinson out of bed, but no, I wouldn't say I've had these feelings about anybody else.
Okay.
It's not so much his looks; it's how he makes me feel.
So you just want to cuddle, maybe, or do you actually have the sexual desire to grab his penis, or to suck his penis, or to penetrate him, or have him penetrate you?
I'm not opposed to any of that. I wouldn't say I'm planning any grabbing. But sure, I'd like to see what he's got down there, and we have the same equipment, so we probably know how to operate it.
Yeah, it's usually the same sex does the best job, because you know what
The equipment is.
and what feels good. So
I'm looking at you, Dick.
yeah,
Like sometimes we go out, the 4 of us, and it's not always pickleball, and sometimes we go to the bowling alley, right? And me and this guy, we start playing the pinball, and it's a 2-player situation, and I feel like the wives, they don't have a lot to talk about, and they get kind of bored, and they want it to be more of everybody involved. I'm just worried that's going to happen again when we're naked.
You said pinball?
They're not going to play pinball when they're naked.
Yeah, pinball's a 1-person sport.
No, you can have 4 people play pinball. They just take turns.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like he was hitting the paddles and you were behind him also hitting the paddles, and you're just...
Yeah.
How sometimes you're hanging out with your friend and you guys start talking about, you guys start talking about South Park, and the wives don't like South Park. They like Real Housewives or something. And so then they got nothing to contribute, and so they feel left out. I'm trying to avoid that kind of situation.
Okay. So it's more, but that in like sexual context where you guys are having sex, and then they're probably going to have fun, the 2 women.
Maybe, not necessarily.
Not
You can't
all women.
assume
I hope
that.
so.
Yeah.
You got to talk it over with your wife first, and maybe talk with the couple, and kind of just fish to see if they're into something like that.
You can have a train We all line up. First person gets penetrated by the next.
His question has been completely lost. He wants to know how to tell his wife that he's only into the dude.
Yeah, we went off track.
I mean, we're talking about pinball and I don't know if you're gay. I don't know.
I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so.
The way you describe
you're
it,
the expert.
I kind of like hoping you could turn it into a fivesome. I've had a dry spell recently.
Dick wants to join in.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you be okay with
unethical
that?
for me to join in on a caller.
How's your pickleball? Are you play pickleball?
I could pick it up quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe you could avoid this whole situation by just not doing the foursome.
Oh, I feel like that would let down my wife.
Yeah, 'cause it seems like she's into it, Wells. And
But are you into it?
It was her idea. Well, I wasn't into taking the cruise either, but I did, I gotta admit, I had a good time.
Someone's going to get hurt unless you have the conversation in advance. And even then, someone might get hurt. But it's not going to be your wife. It's going to be the other wife.
If it were me, I would just not do it. This is too messy.
Yeah, because there's always a jealousy factor in there. Diane and I have been in some situations where we've had other couples involved. That mostly, we haven't had any specific foursomes, but we've been at sex parties. And then even after we make agreements of having sex with other people coming in, there's always a little bit of a jealousy factor in there.
Yes, I've had that experience. It wasn't a foursome, but there was a threesome, and I messed around with one, and then I was at that person's birthday party, and his boyfriend was there, and he was showing me attention, so I started putting attention on the boyfriend, and then I lost all of those friends.
Oh, no.
In one fell swoop.
Yeah,
That's what you're trying to avoid.
our ranking in the pickleball club, I can't
Oh, yeah.
jeopardize that.
Especially if you have some type of situation where you have an outside activity where it's going to compromise the thing that you do. I definitely wouldn't recommend having a foursome with somebody that you know at work or some other type of social
Just say no.
place. Yeah.
Just say no to group sex. Dare. Listen, Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent your marriage from ending by discussing the possibility of group sex.
Well, I mean, this is something she brought up. She offered, I want to give her what she wants.
Yeah, but you want to have sex with a man, and I'm pretty sure she would be pretty shocked by that. You're opening a Pandora's box. And so is she, to be honest. It's one thing to have a fantasy about something. It's another thing for it to actually happen. It'll get too real.
Oh, it's like don't meet your idols.
Sure.
Well, I mean, we think that you should be more sex positive. And if that's the thing that's the next step in your relationship, you want to be exploratory, that's your kink, that's her kink, then if everyone's on board, go ahead and go for it. Give it the go. But Wells is a little bit more, he's our producer, not exactly into the whole group sex or going to nude beaches or...
Well, it sounds like he's been burned before. I respect that. I definitely can't jeopardize that. It's so hard to find a couple that you can play that matches your gameplay in pickleball. I don't know how familiar you are with the sport.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with pickleball, and you're exactly right. It's hard to find somebody that matches your ability level. To me, it's the George Michael philosophy. Sex is natural. Sex is fun. Sex is best when it's one-on-one.
I should try and have sex with the guy.
Just the
completely
guy?
leave the wife out of it so that their feelings don't get hurt.
I really think that maybe you should try and just have a conversation with your wife and be like, you know what, I really just want to have sex with this man, and maybe she's okay with that, and see where it goes.
She won't be. Just don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what I want, though, Chet. I want them there. I want my wife there to share this experience with her.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't want her feelings to get hurt when I'm there and she thinks, oh, that dick was for me, but she thought,
You're going to take all the dick?
No, but I don't want
going
her
to share
to take
the
all of
dick?
it.
Yeah.
I'll share.
Well, she's expecting to share the dick. You described it like, oh, that dick was for me, and now I'm not getting the, she's a baby bird, and he's feeding worms, and it just keeps going into your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think I'm pretty sure I'm not gay. But ever since my wife brought up the idea of this foursome, I'm checking him out in the shorts when we're on the court, and when he dops for his dip, I gotta say he's got quite a package in there. I'm just curious what it's all about. I don't see a lot of dicks, and I'd love to compare it to mine. Shape, size, curvature.
I feel that just an honest conversation with her. I just don't see what's the problem with sharing this one guy and then having the other woman off to the side doing other things. Sometimes just the physics and the numbers.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing is people's got hands, they can rub. Most of the time with Diane and most other women, just simple caressing is all is needed, because that's just as much as desired or turn on as doing anything actual penetrating. So men, we don't think about that. We just want to have
Rub and tug.
a rug and tug, but Diane would be perfectly happy with 3 women.
Thank you
just,
for telling me how to. Yes,
well,
right.
I'm just telling our good friend here that she would like to have multiple women caress her while...
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
well, who wouldn't, Chet?
Yeah.
That's right.
You know?
I don't know. I wouldn't. I mean, women caressing me maybe, but as a man, I really just want my dick rubbed. That's the honest truth. So
2 steps, grab and pull.
grab and pull. Hopefully, Kevin, we got you in the right direction there. So be honest with your spouse and just tell her, hey, I want to have sex with this guy.
Or if it's going to be too messy, don't.
Just don't do
'Cause,
it. Yeah,
if it's going to put your marriage in jeopardy, don't do it.
Yeah, just weigh those options. Honesty is always the best answer. Be honest with your wife. All right, have a good night.
Oh,
Good night.
yeah, thanks, guys.
No problem. Have you had sex with multiple men there, Dick?
At
the
one
same
time? No.
No?
No, I had the one incident where I lost the friendship, and then I had an opportunity for something similar, and I was like, the first time went really poorly, so no thanks.
I mean, Wells, I
It
don't
was
want
bad. The first time they had baked a cake. You baked this cake. It's what's the video game where the ball rolls through the city and picks up all the crap?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it, though, yeah.
I want to say it's like Katamari.
Yeah,
You built
yeah.
a Katamari cake, and you're like, I ruined a party with a Katamari cake.
Wow. Wells, I don't want to leave you out of this conversation. Have you ever had sex with multiple people?
No, I haven't. I think there's no easier way to ruin a relationship than group sex, personally.
Got
Or
it.
even having a discussion about it. I think he's going to call back next week and be divorced.
Maybe.
Statistically.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm a statistician.
Well, who's our next caller?
We have Daphne. Her kids grew up and she finally left her husband. She's never masturbated, but she's decided not to date anymore and thinks she should learn. She tried to learn by watching pornography, but it was traumatic. She wants recommendations for possibly a more clinical way.
How are you doing tonight?
Hi, I am okay. I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say.
I'm shocked you've never masturbated before. Just never as a child, never while you were married, just it's never even explored down in that region before?
You know, I think that when I was about 10, I had a bunny rabbit that I would keep in between my legs sometimes. Not a real bunny rabbit. It was a stuffed bunny rabbit.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to just clarify.
Yeah,
I just want to clarify that.
no worries.
You know, I started dating my husband when I was 15 and
Whoa.
just never had to touch myself. I just didn't think I had to worry about it.
Huh.
Just ask somebody else to do it. It seemed much easier that way.
You started having sex when you were 15 with your husband?
No, but he was touching me.
Oh, got it. So he was touching down there when you guys were young lovers, so that happens. So you've never tried to experiment to figure out what you like? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I did, but it was more recently than that,
Oh.
and it did not go well.
Oh, got it. So have you ever orgasmed before? Has your husband made you?
No, we had a
good.
fucking crazy, great sex life, and that's honestly most of the reason why we stayed together as long as we did. I mean, I say it was for the kids, and it was, but yeah, and I am going to miss that, but I do not need to deal with the rest of a man. No offense.
Well, Diane actually knows a lot about masturbating since she is a woman. She's been doing it for a little while now.
That's right. It depends on which kind of stimulation you like. There's clitoral stimulation, there's vaginal stimulation. You can get a vibrator on Amazon.
Anal stimulation?
Anal stimulation.
If that's what you're into.
That's what you're into. You can do all 3 if you prefer.
Yeah, they actually have vibrators that will stimulate the clit, your G-spot, and you can't call it a P-spot if it's a woman because they don't have a prostate, but they will. There's an insert. They even have like anal beads. So it's really just exploring.
Yeah, it's seeing what you like and kind of discovering your own body.
I mean, have you even just started just like touching yourself, like just with your fingers, or?
Okay, well, I think maybe what the problem is that our sex was just so like freaky and over the top that it just seems a little like anticlimactic to just like.
So when you say
have
over
my
the
fingers
top,
down there.
what are some things that are over the top?
You know, mainly things like all the toys. Like I already have them all. I'm just used to using them with two people. Like I am super freaky in bed. I love anal. I have anal beads. I have all different, the little butt plug that has the feather in it when you wiggle across the room on your knees.
Wow.
But it's just definitely not the same on my own. And I don't know. I'm just not into it.
Oh, have you ever tried to just take yourself on a date first and
No.
So you're not into dating though?
I'm talking about taking yourself on a date, honoring herself.
Got it, yeah.
Taking yourself out to a restaurant or a movie or taking a bath, just something to do some self-love first. And then you can explore your own body, but show some love just out and about. You don't need a man to make you happy.
I do that when Diane's gone all the time. I just will watch some sports and then go ahead and jerk off in the bathroom.
That's right.
Yeah. But it's a
You
different
jerk
for
off
a
to
woman.
sports then.
Well, I don't jerk off to sports.
But they make you horny and then you jerk off.
Not
The way
really.
you said it, though,
It did sound like
it.
that.
That's
That I
right.
was turned on
No
by
judgment.
watching men. No, it's just something to do for myself. Watch a basketball game.
Self-love.
Yeah, and then not so much that it turned me on, but just later it was like, now I'm going to jerk off because I just have to look at hot pictures of my beautiful wife.
Funny how self-abuse is now described as self-love.
So you think just masturbating and just spending time with yourself alone, you think that's self-abuse?
That's what they used to call it, self-abuse.
I thought self-abuse
Who's
was more
they?
Yeah, good question.
the man.
The people who used language before us.
So back in the old times.
Yeah, self-abuse. I choose self-abuse. There's a lyric in a song, self-abuse. Right?
Interesting.
And it's, you're going to go blind and all that kind of stuff.
Well,
Oh.
I think it was Freud who thought that women who wanted clitoral stimulation, he thought that they were immature.
There's probably a Hans Christian Andersen fable about this.
Yes.
Yeah. It ended up in death and people getting eaten and stuff. So, Daphne, I'm a little confused. You said that you have a lot of sex toys and you've used them all, but you just haven't used them on yourself. So, are you scared to use them on yourself, or do you just need somebody else to operate them?
I guess the same toys in the same bed do not have the same effect when used alone.
Well,
Personally.
you should get new toys. There's even ones that are self-penetrating. There's a whole new realm of sex toys where they just will oscillate in and out.
She sounds like she's done it all.
Have you done that? Or there's even like...
You know what?
Yeah?
I've had the one, what do they call it? The horse, where you sit on it like a saddle. And
Really?
That's pretty
And it goes up and
Yes.
down? Geez.
No, back and forth, like vibrates.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
wait. So that one is completely automated. It's just you in that toy. And you're saying you can only get off by having somebody else in the room? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Well, that's why I'm asking you guys, like,
Okay.
what is the problem? Like, I know my vagina works, and I know these toys work, and I know they have worked together. I cannot get them to work alone. That's
Got it.
what I'm.
Daphne, are you a woman of means? Do you have money?
I have a decent amount of money. I have some expendable.
Have you
Income?
considered a Japanese sex robot?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, it's like a man, but it's a robot.
Yeah, it's like a
What's
sex
the
toy.
price point on one of those?
Probably in the thousands.
Yeah, it's
Not
several
sure
thousands
exactly. Probably
actually.
in the thousands.
We can get you in touch with our good
But-
friend Danny Bananas. He
If
makes
you're-
sex robots.
Yeah, if you never want to date again because you don't want to deal with that and you don't really want to masturbate, then that seems like the most practical solution.
Well, see, no, I want to masturbate, and I'm doing the physical acts of masturbation.
But do you want to
but-
masturbate?
I think she does.
Yeah,
Well.
I
she
gotta
wants
go
to
Thank
orgasm.
you, yes.
I gotta go all David Goggins here and say, you know what you have to do. You just gotta do it.
But it's different for a woman. She's just gone through a divorce. She needs to rediscover her own passions and her own self-love because
David
it sounds like you've
Goggins.
wounded her pretty good.
Get in there.
I don't know
Run
what
the
you.
miles. Do it.
All right, Wells. Thank you.
One thing I'm worried about, like, what if, like, what I'm missing is human connection?
This is what I'm waiting to say.
Yes,
There we
go
go.
for
Oh,
it.
yes,
There
there
You
you
want to
go.
be watched.
Yeah. So I was thinking
That's
this
what.
too.
Just masturbate at the window.
No. There's
Do it outside. Go out in the street and masturbate with your toy,
I
with
don't
your
like-
horse toy.
No.
Go out in the street on your horse.
Hold
and
on, Dick.
Is he drunk?
Get.
He's very upset right now because he lost his job at McDonald's.
I deserve that job.
So he's going to go out drinking after this show with his buddies, but
I don't know that that's a good idea.
no, it's not. So,
If you have a long extension cord, you can make it to the street.
all right, I have an idea here. So, it seems like you're into, it's voyeurism?
I don't think she's into voyeurism.
Where
no.
she wants people to watch
I
her?
think that you should talk because I think you get it.
Who's Diane?
Oh, yes.
I feel like you're getting the point.
Yes, I think she just needs to go back to self-love, and if she wants to eventually take herself out on a date or then date other men or women, depending on how she feels, and just slowly go out there again.
To me, it seems like you want somebody in the area present with you while you do this. Is that correct, or is it more about the connection that you need with somebody?
I don't know. I feel like if there's a person there, then I'm probably going to have some sort of connection or deal with the fact that there is no connection.
Got it. So my suggestion is get an OnlyFans account and start to have people watch you. Be a cam girl. Set up a webcam, have people watch you, and then masturbate.
I don't
So
recommend that at
complicated.
all. Just back to what I said before, take yourself out on a date. If you like the opera or musical theater or the beach, and just show yourself some self-love first. And then if you want a relationship after you discovered how valuable you are, then start dating again.
I say do it in the street. You'll find out a lot of information real fast.
Do it in the street.
In the street.
Do it in the
Just
So
street.
start
people can see her.
masturbating?
Like if it's voyeurism,
Get
then people can see her.
Dick's
Yeah,
advice
you'll
is
get
to
arrested. So, I mean,
Whenever you start something new, whether it's singing or running or whatnot, it's going to feel awkward at the beginning.
That's right.
It's going to feel awkward getting started. So what I was getting at earlier is just kind of like the best way to start is to start, even though it's going to feel weird at
so just start masturbating and just see how you feel.
I've spent hundreds of hours trying.
Well,
I just can't get myself off.
Okay. Well, I mean, are you open to the idea of having somebody else watching you over a webcam?
Again,
I'm just saying.
I don't agree with this
I,
information. from
you
Chet
might
at
not
all.
agree it, but we haven't heard her side of it.
Okay.
I'm trying to like listen to my body as we're having this conversation, and that just sounds disappointing somehow.
Yeah,
Like
if
it just
that's what
sounds
you
in my
feel,
body
that's no
sort
problem.
of disappointing.
Webcam is disappointing.
Yeah.
Is Japanese sex robot disappointing?
See, I don't know. It depends on how. I think maybe I want a sex robot that gives me like the boyfriend experience or something. Like I feel like maybe even though I don't want to date and I don't want a man, I also think that like I want someone to like spank me and snuggle me and like that's not the same by yourself.
They have sex clubs that you can sign up. Where do you live at, if you don't mind me asking?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. I'm not too familiar with the Connecticut sex scene, but you can get on FetLife. It's called FetLife, FetLife, FetLife.com.
Life, okay.
You can search your local area for different types of kink groups, and they will have these different sex clubs where they will just spank you. It's very consensual, most of these places. If you don't want to have sex, they won't have, you don't have to have sex. Everyone's...
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's also skirt parties if you just want women.
Skirt parties, where would I find that?
They have some in LA.
They have some
They
in
have some
LA.
around the world. You got to go online and find out.
Yeah, find
Well,
out
that's
on
another
FetLife.
option.
And
Yeah.
they'll spank
Like
you.
women, I haven't really gone down that road.
There you
Maybe
go.
that's like having a man but not having a man.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's women there that are married to men and they just go there because they need to that's their thing. They need
Yeah,
to get it out of their
they just
system.
need some release just to have some connection with a woman and have some fun.
I think you could take a cutout of a life-size photo of David Goggins and put it in your window. and have it staring at you while you masturbate. That's like a happy medium between going in the street and just trying it.
Maybe. All right.
Shot.
I think Diane's given you some good advice. All of everybody else's advice has been kind of subpar, but
Yeah, I would agree with that.
even mine, and I'll admit that. So Diane,
I'll do better once I get that cashier job.
yeah, Diane's got the win for this advice tonight. So I do recommend getting on FetLife, though, if you just to search to see if there's any type of parties or.
Would the skirt parties be on FetLife?
There should be. There's lots of
They
stuff
might
on
have
FetLife.
them on
Yeah.
FetLife.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you can check it out just to see if there could just want spanking. Sometimes there's just some dominatrix that will help you BDSM, be the dom, and spank you and help you orgasm that way. So
All right. Well, lots of options. Thank you guys.
yeah, no problem,
problem.
Daphne. Have a good night. And please keep it safe, sane, and consensual.
Good night.
Yeah. I feel like our advice was all over the place. It's difficult when someone has so many circumstances that are piled up against them to actually try an orgasm. It's hard to find a good solution.
I think it just goes back to self-love for everybody in this room, whether it's taking yourself out to a movie, getting dinner, any kind of thing that is going to make you feel good about yourself. And that's going to connect on such a deep level, whether it's masturbation or anything like that.
Yeah. So, Dick, have you thought about ways to self-love yourself now that you've been rejected about not getting that job at McDonald's, other than just drinking yourself silly with a bunch of dudes?
Well, I was thinking, based on what Diane was saying, that I should take Wells to a movie.
Hey,
Oh,
why not?
Okay. I like psycho thrillers.
Oh,
Comedy?
sure.
Okay.
All right, that's our show for Talkin' Sex Live. Thank you so much to Wells and to Dick Colby. It's a late night. Diane and I have to go in and have some sex because that's what we do. Have a good night, everybody.